Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, I need to take a trip down to the barbershop soon. His hair is getting a little crazy, but just want to get my thoughts out there last night about the Andre Ward versus Alexander Brand fight. You guys, any of you who may be friends with me on Facebook and I'll be watching this, I went pretty hard on Andre Ward. And I believe my criticisms of Andre Ward are fair. I believe they're just. Alexander Brand, he's a guy that, he's first of all he's not a natural light heavyweight. So let's get that straight. He's not a natural light heavyweight. So that's number one. Number two, he's an unranked super middleweight. I think that's where he fights at, super middleweight. So he's not a ranked super middleweight. And three, Andre Ward going 12 rounds with this guy is very, very terrible. Now, a lot of you out there, some who may be watching this video, are so quick to point out how Andre Ward is the pound-for-pound king, and how even if he beats Kovalev, he should be the pound-for-pound king. And obviously, I don't believe that. I believe that Roman Gonzalez, regardless of whoever wins that fight, unless he loses or looks really bad against Carlos Cuadras on September 10th, I believe he's the pound-for-pound king. Now, my thing is this. Why is it... Now, I want to point this out, because when Roman Gonzalez fought his last fight against McWilliams Arroyo, who, by the way, McWilliams Arroyo was a top 6 or 7 ranked fighter by Ring Magazine at the time that Roman Gonzalez fought him. He had recently just lost a very, very controversial decision to Amnat Ruanrong in Thailand. Had he got the decision and that he deserved, which being a win, he would have been the IBF, I believe, the IBF flyweight champion, and Roman would have had another world champion under his belt. But so really, on that night, Roman was fighting a guy who, in the eyes of many hardcore boxing fans, was a champion. And you guys complained about Roman not knocking him out, although he was on a 10 fight knockout streak. So he has somewhat of a mortal night, still looks dominant, wins, but you guys criticize him for that. But then we turn around and look at Andre Ward, a guy that this is his third 2-0 fight. He fought Barrera, he fought Paul Smith, and now he's fighting a guy who's not even a natural light heavyweight, a guy who's unranked at his natural weight. And many people that have watched him fight before could attest that he is a very, low-class fighter, a C-class, maybe high D-class fighter. So for Ward to go 12 rounds with this guy, you can use the excuse of he was awkward, Ward wanted to get his rounds in, but look, Ward needed to get him out of there. And honestly, if you're a pound-for-pound king, when you fight a guy at that caliber, you're supposed to get him out of there. No questions about it. I mean, you guys, there's people that were comparing Andre Ward going the distance with Brand last night to Floyd Mayweather, and that's not a valid comparison. Floyd, when he went the distance, was going the distance with name opposition. Someone just pointed out to me that Floyd went the distance with Carlos Baldomir. Carlos Baldomir was a big guy at that weight. I believe when he fought him, it had to have been at 135 or 140. I don't remember what weight class it was, but I know at that weight that Baldomir was just a naturally bigger guy. So Mayweather's not going to get him out of there because he's not a big puncher to begin with. But when he fought the likes of Emmanuel Augustus, when he fought the likes of Philip Ndu, guys who were clearly lower than him, Mayweather was able to get him out of there. Okay? Sharma Mitchell, clearly able to get him out of there. Ward, we can't say the same about him. So that comparison is not really valid when you compare Brand going to 12 with him in comparison to some of Mayweather's opponents. I just don't like the excuse, man. It seems like it's hilarious to me how channels, in the Lions Den boxing community, like you have 78 Sports, Dante's Boxing Nation, Boxing Ego, just to name a couple. Those guys all are so quick to point out the double standards in boxing when it comes to guys that they support or that they cover or that maybe they get press passes to, but they don't point out the double standards when it's for another fighter that doesn't benefit them. I just find that so hilarious. Regardless, Andre Ward got his rounds in. Hopefully, the one thing that is good about it is if Kovalev does beat him, we can't use the excuse that Ward was inactive, because he got 12 rounds with Brand. He got, I believe he got. I don't know. I just think that now he's more seasoned, so you can't make that excuse if Kovalev beats him. But let me know what you guys think. Andre Ward goes 12 rounds. Alexander Brand. I'm kind of tired of the excuses and double standards for other people. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about that fight. Maybe what I even said. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.